You don't have the answers, DJ.
Do you have the answer?
You don't have the answer.
Tony, do you have the
You
answer?
don't have the answer.
You don't have
DJ.
the answer either.
You don't have the answer.
Big up, everybody. Welcome back to American Idiots. Episode 102, Arsenal versus Newcastle preview. Will Newcastle overtake Arsenal this weekend is the question. And, of course, we had to involve our brother, Strasbourg Steve-O, who unfortunately is a White Sox fan, but we don't hold that against him. It's more unfortunate for him. It's more unfortunate for him than anything else. Yeah. But yeah, after a dismal day of football, which I didn't watch a ton of it, but we got to watch Spurs lose again. We're watching United lose again. But they're both in a Europa League final, so I guess we just got to hold that. But anyway, Dal, how you doing, bro?
Pretty good. We're gonna get Victor Gyökeres, Rodrigo, and Zubamendi. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I
think we're gonna get them. I think, but anyway, I'm doing great. I'm just excited to do a show. I'm on the hype train. I've been on the hype train all week with signings.
That's what they want you to do, Dal.
I know, it's like a drug, dude. I can't get enough of transfer signings. I know. No, but other than that, life's good. Work's been busy. Back at the office now, like Wednesdays and Thursdays and half-day Fridays, which kind of sucks because it is a 20-mile drive to work each way. So my gas bill will be loving that. But other than that, life's good. Family's good. I'm hoping to put one over on Newcastle. Imagine that if we go 0 for 4 against Newcastle this season.
Distinct possibility, in my opinion. Big up AFC always for being in the chat. Steve-O! Steve-O, how you doing, man?
What's going on? I'm good, bro. I'm just chilling, man. I'm just chilling. Just got back home from work. Just got back home from work. And looking forward to some more football this weekend, man. The FA Cup final.
Woo!
As well. FA Cup. And then obviously we play you guys. But yeah, man, I'm chilling, bro. Doing good.
Because we support the Palace, the Palace, the Palace, and that's the way we like it. We like it. Love it.
I didn't know this was a Palace.
Come on, let's go.
Am I in the right show?
Fucking great song.
That's sympathy for Palace. No, I get it. Just joking. Big up, Nico.
Yeah, big up, Nico. There's an American on Palace, so I have to root for him. I have to.
Oh, I do.
Awful. He's awful when he plays for America, but this year he's
so bad. He's been solid for Crystal Palace this season, but yeah, watching him play in that what was the Gold Cup earlier, or no, the Nations League semi. Holy shit, it was awful. But I blame Pochettino mostly for that because I have Pochettino agendas. But it is what it is.
No, it's not even an agenda, dude. The guy sucks. That just sucks.
He does.
You can't defend the past 3 years of his fucking managerial career. It's been woeful.
Yeah, and now we get to watch a summer of Poch ball, and I'm not looking forward to it whatsoever. I think I have a gig the first when they play Turkey. I think I have a gig, so thank God I'm going to be doing something that actually brings me joy instead of watching United States. Yeah, Artie Guler Masterclass, exactly. But if you're in the chat, smash the likes. If you are watching this on playback, make sure that you smash the likes. We appreciate every single bit of support. We know everybody is live right now, so
Baywatch Girls.
Appreciate everybody being here. Yeah, Baywatch Girls, bro. Yes, we do. Yes, we do, Nico. Yes, we do. But
get Nico to Florida.
Exactly, Steve-O. How you feeling about this weekend, man? You have a chance to overtake Arsenal. You have a chance to not only overtake Arsenal, but do it while also winning a domestic trophy. Are you feeling confident?
Yeah, relatively confident. Look, for banter reasons, I want to win. But honestly, in the grand scheme of things, I think we only need 4 points from our next 2 games, and we have Everton at home on the final day. They'll all be crying their ass off about their fucking, ghetto stadium. That's such a fucking monument of English football. So they'll probably be all bummed out. It's whatever. But yeah. look, with Newcastle, we're not in Europe all the time, so it's not like we can be picky about which European competition we want to be in. Obviously, I want to be in the UCL for actually what is the point actually? Unless we have a bad boy transfer window, what is really the point of a club like Newcastle being in the Champions League? I'd much rather be in the Europa League.
What?
I think we could.
Whoa!
Wait, time out.
Dropping levels to win trophies. I love it.
Wait.
Yes.
I want to hear a detailed analysis of why, if you finish second, which you said a damn good chance of finishing, that you don't relish Champions League glory. You'd rather be in the B-Tech Trophy, bro.
Because I don't think we'll win the Champions League next year.
But you think you're with your Europa?
Okay, here's the thing: Newcastle's current squad,
right? Of course,
on
you're
paper,
going to make changes.
It
Not
would
good
be
enough.
highly unlikely and improbable that we would next year go into it as like some teams would be like, oh wow, they could win Champions League. That said, over the summer, if we make some big moves,
right,
then we can see. Then I'll let you know what I think.
I get it. I get what you're saying.
Doing.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Also, the manager as well. Do I think Eddie Howe will win a UEFA Champions League? Probably not. But does he deserve the chance to? Does he deserve the chance to? Of course. Yes, because he already impressed me a lot by winning the Carabao Cup. So it's like, okay, let's see how far you can take. How many more positive surprises can you do?
Yeah.
That said, I want the best available squad for him, just like anyone else. So go out in the summer, buy a goalkeeper, 2 center backs, and a right winger. And then we need a Callum Wilson. So for just the first 11, we need about 4 players.
Yes.
Because we have everything else. We'll probably end up keeping Isak, so we have the striker down. Left wing, Gordon and Barnes, they're not world beaters, but they're good players. You don't need to be an outstanding. Go get the right winger. That's fine. Go get an outstanding right winger. Midfield 3 speaks for itself. Just need depth, really. And then fullbacks, we've got that covered. Livramento, Hall, Trippier can stay another year and do his thing.
Let me stop you for a second. When you say you got your midfield covered, you still have Longstaff coming off the bench, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying our midfield's covered starting 11.
Okay, but you've got to enhance the squad. You need to bring in players that are better than Longstaff, etc. So Longstaff's considered dead wood in your eyes for sure.
Yeah, he's linked with Leeds.
Right, I thought I heard that as well.
He'll be sold. But
do you think Joelinton though is capable of having another good season like he did last season?
Who?
Joelinton.
Yeah, because I don't think what he does is. I don't think we're asking him to overperform. He just does Joelinton things.
Okay.
Sometimes he's not great on the ball, but he'll always give you the physical off the ball disruptor kind of stuff.
Yeah. I'm just wondering how consistent
he can score an odd goal as well.
Sure. I just
want an upgrade in that position. Here's the thing. When you're trying to build a squad to win something, you always have to look at the starting 11 and be like, where do we need upgrades the most? Sure. We don't need a striker.
Right.
We don't need a striker because we have Isak, right?
Jealous.
You need a backup.
You need 2 center backs immediately. Yeah.
You need a right winger.
Center backs. Yeah.
And we need those 4 positions more desperately than a striker. So if we buy a bad boy striker, that's great for depth. Maybe you can even do Isak left wing, Gordon right wing, like whatever. Maybe
is Botman back from injury?
Botman is a big question mark. That's why I want 2 starting center backs because injuries have been. I think he's a bro. I think Botman's a class act.
Oh yeah,
he's a 6 center back, but injuries have been a problem.
He's in form. He's one of the best.
He probably won't play on Sunday. I doubt he will. So this is the thing. I need 2 top drawer center backs, goalkeeper and right wing for the 11. Then once you buy those in the window, then you get depth players. Then you can go get someone from midfield. But yeah, like that's what it is. So back to the Champions League, Europa League, Conference League thing. What I was saying, I don't really care where Newcastle end up because they're positives regardless. And again, I'm not as a Newcastle fan. I'm not used to us in Europe. Nobody is. Because last time before 2 years ago, our last European campaign was 2011-12 with Demba Ba Cisse. Party was manager. So
Oh, wow.
yeah.
How,
But yeah,
how
there's
much-
positives for any of the 3 European competitions we end up in, and it's most likely going to be Champions League. So from a revenue standpoint, that's great. And
Right.
the revenue thing is good for us because we need it, and the PIF have shown willingness to spend that money. That's why the revenue is actually genuinely beneficial. Whereas with other clubs, they look at the revenue as money they can stuff in their own pockets.
how much do you think you're going to spend this summer?
250. 250.
Yeah, TJ's eyes just about fell out of his skull.
And that's,
right?
and that's I think, without selling anyone.
Right,
Imagine if we
but, I mean,
Isak for
Fabian
150
Scher's got to
euros.
go. Fabian Scher's got to go. I would keep Dan Byrne. I would actually keep Dan Byrne. Fabian Scher's got to
Byrne as
go.
the backups. That's why
I would
said
let Fabian Scher go. I would let him. I would get him
wouldn't
back.
be mad if we did, but
Right.
we're going to sign him
That's
up
just
for
my
1 year
opinion.
instead.
Yeah, but I think the 2 CBs is absolutely must because you've got that right to go. If you are going to get Champions League football, obviously,
Most
and to
likely.
compete in the tournament, you have to have a spine. You have to have a spine that's consistent, strong, can play together, right? And yeah, I would anytime Fabian Scher's even off the bus, I think it takes you guys down a level. Even though he's had a fantastic season this season.
I just see Newcastle in its current form, and you guys will strengthen well over the summer. All you really, I really think just get a goalkeeper that's worth a shit. And
Nick Pope's not good.
No, he's leaving.
Yeah,
he's leaving. So my question for Steve-O is do you have your eyes on any goalkeepers that you want? And do you think that Newcastle does well in like a league stage format? Because I think they do.
They should get Matt Turner.
No, absolutely not. Matt Turner's on his way back to the United States.
That guy's not good anymore.
That guy got deported from Europe. That's how bad.
Robert
it was. Just like,
Sanchez.
don't get it. They were like, we don't want him anywhere in here.
Help the Blues out and take Sanchez off their hands,
bro.
Absolutely not.
Bro. Yeah, but do you have Steve-O, do you have any goalkeepers that you have in mind?
No, number 1 choice is Lucas Chevalier at Lille. I think he'll be one of the best goalkeepers in the world. I think he's already a top 10 goalkeeper in the world, to be honest. At Lille, he got awarded with the Liga and Goalkeeper of the Year award as well this season. I've watched so many fucking Lille games. Guy makes great saves. He's so good on the ball. He's just got a great presence to him. Like and he's 23. Kid's a rock star, honestly. That would be my first pick. Second pick would be Kobel from Dortmund, who we're linked with. Joan Garcia, we're linked with from Espanyol. Bad boy goalkeeper as well, pretty young, like 25-ish. I'm a big fan of his. And we're linked with Trafford we're linked with,
You say Joan Garcia?
Joan Garcia, yeah.
Yeah, we're linked with him too.
Yeah. So, and then
because we need another goalkeeper. Because we need another goalkeeper.
The thing is, though, we might end up with Trafford from Burnley. That's
Trafford wasn't terrible.
He was terrible last year.
Look at Uncle Rod's.
Yeah, he had nobody in front of him.
Uncle Rod's in the building.
He's gonna have somebody in front of him this year. If Burnley gets promoted and he stays, I'm not sold on Trafford. I don't see the special factor in him. I don't see the unbelievable. I see, okay, you're really good on the ball. Nobody gives a fuck, mate. Honestly, God.
I would go get Koval. I don't know the guy from Leo, but I know Koval, and he's a fucking good keeper, dude.
Koval's a great shot. On the ball, he's a bit questionable at times. That's fine. Nick Pope is too.
But he can. He's a shot stopper.
Nick Pope comes up with fucking crazy saves.
Yeah.
So I just think Pope is. I don't think it's going up. I think he's declining.
He's going down.
Yeah. So bring in a Kobel or Chevalier, Jean Garcia, someone like that. But yeah, goalkeeper. I think we will get a new goalkeeper this summer. And this is the thing. If you look at, I always reference Liverpool when they got Alisson. They did well, and then they got Alisson, and then went up another level.
Yep.
Van Dijk as well. When they bought Van Dijk, they went up another level. So when you make those real quality signings at goalkeeper, your team elevates if you get it right.
They spent that Coutinho money so well.
So yeah.
So
Yeah,
well.
Michael Edwards spent it, ridiculous. So,
So well.
but yeah, so that's what we got to do in the summer. That's what we really got to do. So,
Dal, how about I want to ask you guys a question, and we're gonna shift over to Arsenal a little bit because we got the Arsenal guys coming in now. Big up Macy, big up Jason Carter as well. Big up guys. Yeah, shambles of a season. Yeah, we're gonna look back on the season, saying a lot of what ifs. But I want to talk about some of our transfers before we keep moving with the preview transfer links. Anyway, Zubamendi. I was talking about this with Flawless and Don C the other day. I don't really care, to be honest.
Really?
I really don't. Thomas Partey is more than likely going to stay. Zubamendi is going to end up being a depth signing, and I just think we have other things to worry about, like a left winger and a striker. I said that we need to bring in Gyökeres now. We need to bring up a big guys now. Odegaard, he'll never do it, so I don't even bring it up, to be honest with you. Like if we were serious, we would have been in for Florian Wirtz, but we're not. Right. It's one of those, and honestly, like I bet you Arteta is looking at Max Dowman being like, he's going to be the next up. He's going to be the guy I throw into the fire. So
and then he'll bench him randomly.
And then he'll bench him randomly, or like he'll show up. He'll show up late for a meeting, and then he'll fucking screw him over. Big up Macy. I also believe in Joe Hendry. But yeah, Dal, what are your thoughts on it? Because honestly, like, they're doing the thing. You think he's a great signing? Okay.
Signing. I was questioning it first, but I've spent the last couple of days listening to like the Atlantic talk about him, some La Liga YouTube guys talk about him, and some other like professional, you could say pundits talk about him. He's a good signing, dude. He's a very good signing. I would play him in front. We don't need a creative 10 with Zubamendi, and here's why. Because if we can flatten out our midfield three, Zubamendi pulls back while Rice goes up, and Partey kind of stays with Zubamendi. It goes into a 4-2-3-1 essentially, right? But you can have Zubamendi stay flat and be parallel with Rice as he moves the ball up the field. Does that make sense? What I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess my question is like where does the creativity come from then?
I think at this point, Zubamendi's so well on the turn, the creativity will still come from the right side. It'll have to come from Saka. But he's going to have to change up the 4-3-3. It's not going to do much good to invert somebody when you have Zubamendi and Partey in the lineup, right?
Yeah,
he's exactly right. 4-4-2. With you can do that. If I'm Arteta, I play Zubamendi over Odegaard. I really do.
Yeah, because that's not going to happen.
Right. I understand. But
away from the 4-3-3.
The thing is, he's going to play he's a replacement for Jorginho. And that's why I agree with you too that he's squad depth. That's a lot of money for squad depth. But again, the $35 million player 10, 15 years ago is the $55 million player now. Right?
Yeah,
so the money, besides the money, bro, he's incredible on the turn. He's already in the Spanish national team. He's being hunted by Barcelona and Madrid, right? And I know that doesn't mean a lot to some people. It doesn't mean a lot to me. California was being hunted by Juventus. Like, who gives a shit, right? Yeah. So, but Zubamendi is a true talent, right? He's a true Spanish midfield talent. He's not as good as Marcos Llorente. He's not Xavi or Iniesta, but there's things with his game, the way he moves the ball, and the way he plays for Sociedad. I don't watch Sociedad. This is all from what I've been watching the last couple of days, is he controls everything with Sociedad's attack. The way they move the ball forward, and then he's the main tackler on defense. I don't know why we got Moreno when we really wanted Zubamendi anyway. Yeah, Steve-O, you watch more La Liga than me. The build-up revolves around Zubamendi. And that's why I want him over Odegaard. Number one, because Odegaard can turn, but it's a trick and flick, and it's 3 little touches to do a turn. Zubamendi gets the ball and turns. Like it's the same result, right, in a way, but the execution is better, right? And I know Odegaard. For what we need, Odegaard isn't what I think fits the system anymore, and it was evident in the last 2 or 3 months. His form has been fucking horrendous, bro. 14 balls he gave away against PSG. 14.
Yeah.
I mean, Zubamendi isn't going to do that, bro. And that's why I'm saying if we flatten out the midfield three more, make it a true flat three, and put Rice at the 6 as the box-to-box, but on the left, it's still questionable. But see, that's where I think he's going to play Havertz if we get a striker. I think the setup's going to be Havertz, Rice, and Odegaard. But for me, I would put Zubamendi in there. But for me, the setup's Rice, Party, and Zubamendi. You flatten out the back three, and you have Zubamendi complementing Rice if Rice moves the ball up on the left side. And then when Rice gets, Zubamendi comes back when Rice stalls with the possession. When Rice holds up the ball, Zubamendi, Samperlo comes back, Thomas Partey moves lefts, and you go to basically a 4-2-3-1, right? And whoever that middle person is, or Zubamendi's that number 10. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm being over analytical. This is just what I've seen, and
I don't think it's over analytical. I just think it's a little.
My mic's distorted. Sorry,
it's all right. I think it's a little optimistic for how you think Arteta is going to use.
Right, he's going to invert a left
Zubamendi.
back.
I think that Zubamendi is not going to get as many minutes as a lot of the fan base thinks. He's a good signing. Liverpool wanted him. I think he's a good depth signing. He's one for the future, especially because Thomas Partey will eventually leave. But he's never going to drop Odegaard. He's made that extremely clear. He's never going to drop him. And then you made a point earlier that he's gonna. Kai Havertz is healthy again. Where is he going to put Kai Havertz?
Right.
Kai Havertz, he's not going to put him on. The only other places where Kai Havertz could play is in the 9, which we know he's not good enough there. Let's just be real. And then, or he could play behind the striker, or he would put him on a right wing because he plays over there half the fucking game anyway. Even if he's playing in midfield, he plays over on the right a ton of times. It's crazy. Just go back and check his heat maps from before he got injured. He's playing on the right side of the pitch all the fucking time. All of our traffic is going through there. I don't know. I just think that unless this manager completely changes up the way that he approaches these matches in the Premier League, we're going to see the same bullshit over and over and over again. We're going to see Martinelli on the left, Saka on the right, a scrub in the 9 because we fumbled Gyökeres. If we go into next season without a new striker, man, I don't know.
Right. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I think if Gyökeres says no, I think Sesko signs immediately.
Dude, I don't want Sesko.
I think that's if we don't get Gyökeres, Sesko's the one.
You're probably right, but then we're just Project FC, bro.
Yeah,
that's what we are, and I can't fucking stand it, man. It's just project. Oh no, he's a project. Kai Havertz was a project. Fabio Vieira was a fucking project. I'm just so fucking done with this shit.
I understand. Trust me, my bro. Trust me. But believe me, I know you've started following Arsenal, I think about 2010 or so, right? 11, 12, somewhere in there. Right. Yes. So the 2006 final for me, that was it. Since 2006, we've literally been a project. And Wenger said that. He's come out and said when Man City were popular, buying Nasri and Clichy and Sagna, all our players, well, we are a selling club because we have a new stadium. So we've had to put up with this for years. And this is part of why people don't understand where our Pal League Gunners coming from a lot of the time. Is this has been a project since 2006, since we lost the final. Henry left the following year. Did we ever replace Henry? So when he went to Barcelona? Fuck no. I mean, Alexis Sanchez comes close, but that was years later. That was 5 years down the road. 6 years, right? Or somewhere. When the fuck did Alexis Sanchez sign? 2013, 2012, somewhere in there? Yeah. Anyway, we've been in this circle since 2006. And it was the end. 2006 was the end of the Invincibles, right? It was kind of the Wenger's 10-year anniversary. It was the culmination of kind of just that era being phased out, right? Henry was one of the last ones to go, and then Sagna, right? No, those guys were after Henry, but I just, I just feel like we've always been a project club. So that's just something that I think we've just got to digest that and just acknowledge for what it is.
Yeah, but when is the project gonna come in? That's my next question. And
big up 2 seasons ago.
Big up Match Day Guru. He says
Yeah,
a club
big up, bro.
challenging for a title needs a prolific striker. Look at
100%.
Liverpool. Look at Liverpool. They haven't had they didn't have a prolific striker this season. They had a bunch of fucking players around him. They had a prolific right winger. That's who they had.
Cody Gakpo was phenomenal this season too.
Cody Gakpo was phenomenal this season. Szoboszlai was good this season. Like nobody, you need everybody. McAllister was incredible this season.
Everybody needs
you need everybody firing on all cylinders. Is the point? I mean, and then like you could say 9 was one of their weakest positions, but everybody around them was firing, so it didn't matter.
Yeah.
That was what they were saying about Arsenal the last 2 seasons before this one.
Last season, if Nunez had not hit the post, I think 34 times, they would have won the league.
Probably.
Right.
He hit the post, I believe, 34 times last season, which is a crazy number. But I mean, you add up all those games, and I'm sure that includes all competitions. The striker is the most important thing right now. Keeping William Saliba and signing a striker, keeping Gabriel, signing a striker, and I want 2 because Kai Havertz is not good enough, and I would bet, not a lot of money, $5 that Benjamin Sesko would be better in certain circumstances than Kai Havertz. Again, Kai Havertz doesn't score the Marino goal against Madrid.
That's true.
Kai Havertz doesn't have that turn. Kai Havertz can't stop the ball, right? And I don't give a flying fuck if this guy is injured or not. He's not good enough for Arsenal Football Club. And he's a striker. He's going to try and slot him in left mid, right, and put Rice at the 6 and fucking Odie shit at the right.
By the way, if you play Havertz and Rice in the midfield, then that completely undoes all the good work of Zubamendi because of how horrible Havertz is in midfield.
You don't have.
No, I'm just kidding. Right. Sorry.
Gyökeres Guru is number 1 on my list without a doubt. He's the number 1 player I want in without a doubt, and Rodrigo's a damn close second. But I think Rodrigo's going to be very difficult because I do believe Liverpool are in contact with him, and there's nothing stopping him from going to Liverpool. Nothing, right? So, I mean, maybe we can talk Rodrigo in there because he's got his pal Gabriel and Martinelli in the squad. Even if shout out Newcastle, Steve, if they had some balls, they could grab Rodrigo too. But that would be a real stretch, right? But you could do it. You have the financial power to do it. Big up Matata.
Big up Matata.
I mean, everything revolves around Gyökeres and Saliba and Gabriel signing new contracts. If we get Gyökeres and Gabriel or Saliba leave in the summer, what's the use? Big up, Cube.
Big up, Cube. You missed the Collins show, Cube. What the hell happened? What the hell happened?
That's how I feel. It all revolves around Gyökeres and making sure our center backs stay.
Yeah, I mean, and here's another question. I know I don't want to keep harping on Arsenal. I do want to get to the actual preview and see what you guys think is going to actually happen. But I think we have a problem with our center backs, to be honest with you. I think we have we have a serious problem. If they aren't together, it's like the bozo gene kicks in. Saliba has had an absolutely horrendous time since Gabriel got injured. Yeah. And Kiwior has actually looked the better of the two, to be completely honest. Like it's actually crazy. So like, do you think we need to be prioritizing a center back or looking for a center back? At least one that can pair with these two, because look, like it's like Dumb and Dumber, man. Like you can't have one without the other.
I know, yeah.
Starsky and Hutch. You can't just have Starsky.
I would bring a top center back. I would look for some, I don't know really what names. Maybe what's that kid from Inter, Dasic or something like that?
Bisek. Jan Bisek.
I would take him. I think but they play a 3 in the back. Is he more of a right back or a left back? Steve,
he can play at a 4.
I would take him.
That guy is just tremendous.
I would take a look at what's that other guy? Lacroix, the French defender. Lacroix. I would take a look at Lacroix, and I would take a look at Bremer. I would see how Juve want to keep Bremer.
Injuries are a problem for him, though. I think he's class, and I think Juve are complete shambles defensively.
Yeah,
but injuries are he's missed the whole season, bro.
Yeah, that's not good for us. That's what we need is injury. And Tomari, like Jason for AC Milan, absolutely. But we need that top level. That's the thing. The level drops too much from Saliba to Kiwior, from Gabriel to Kiwior, right? And that's the thing.
Yeah.
I think Arteta is trying to fix that. And I don't think Calafiore is the answer because I still think he's just a raw talent still. And he still needs more discipline.
Not a center back, though. He's not a center
Well,
back.
they say he is a center back, and he's been playing the left mid.
No, my bad. I messed up. He's a center back, but Arteta don't play him there.
Right. So if we bring Lewis Skelly as our left back, you bring Calafiore in as a center back. I think he's a bit wild right now.
Yeah.
He's just too wild, bro. You
I'd
see
rather
him running down the pitch. He's just running down there like.
Bro, I'd rather have Calafiore as a center back, to be completely honest with you. The way that guy tracks back is absolutely embarrassing on the wing when he's playing fullback.
Yeah.
It's actually like he's pissed me off so many times this season.
Yeah.
Like
not a fullback.
Dude, yeah, I would play him. I would play him as a utility center back. Yeah, and that was one expensive. That was one expensive fucking center back, backup center back. But still, like the amount of times I've seen this guy just escort wingers into the box this season, it's been absolutely insane. Like, what are you fucking doing? Tomori from AC Milan? I think if we were going to get Tomori, or Tomori was going to come to the Premier League, it would have happened by now. I don't think he's coming. I don't think he's coming.
They're living a good life in Milan, him and Christian Pulisic.
Yeah. Kristen Pulisic is a fucking bottle job too. If he's not playing in Italy, he doesn't know how to play football. I swear to Christ.
Yeah, boss.
Not true.
Yeah, dude. I literally can. I got
I do like watching Milan. They're my Italian team.
Hey,
for sure.
I don't really have an Italian team,
days, bro. George Weah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and just hop on the Lazio train with Steve because I don't know.
Oh man,
I'm just joking. I don't know. I don't give a fuck.
We're gonna preview this game, right?
Yeah, we're gonna preview this game. We're gonna preview this game.
Yeah. Are you nervous about this game or something? Is there a reason?
Absolutely. Yeah. I don't want to talk, dude. I don't want to talk about this. I literally
change the subject. It's your show.
I am checked the fuck out. No, because we asked Steve to come on. He wants to talk about Arsenal. We can talk about Arsenal. The thing that I can't talk. The thing that I am the most excited about is seeing those new kits, man. Like, that's what I'm the most excited about. I think the kits are sick. Other than that, I don't give a shit because, like, I don't want to get emotionally invested because I think Newcastle will come in and get a draw at least.
Yeah, I think we'll get a draw.
At least.
I think it's a draw. It's got 1-1 written all over it.
It's got 1-1. Yeah, absolutely. 1-1 written all over it. Bozo mistake by Saliba putting Newcastle one up.
More likely to win it, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. It's won and lost just in terms of form. It's won and lost in the midfield. Saliba's on bad form too. So you go and attack that side. Dude, I'm telling you, like, I don't feel good about it. They will stop. They will, bro. And they will stop tracking. You stop tracking Isak for 2 seconds. You saw what happened in that Carabao Cup semi. Yeah. You saw what can happen, and that can happen again.
And then in the final,
yeah,
against Liverpool.
Yeah. But still, I mean,
that was a great game.
You have a fantastic. Awesome. Yeah, that was a great game. You have a fantastic striker in Isak who can make mincemeat out of our back line, and we're gonna be missing Marino, so we're gonna have Trossard up top. Like, it's gonna be a shit show down. This is why I'm hoping for a draw.
Yeah, it's got 1-1 written all over it. I think Newcastle will definitely push us. We'll have probably a little more possession, but they'll have the shots on target. But I don't know. I think there's some faith left in the squad. I think they feel they want to go out, that you're not giving anything away.
Arteta wants that second place, apparently. That's what he said.
Well, yeah. So does I think that the rest of the squad's the same. If Declan Rice is playing, he'll be up for it. Saka will be up for it. I mean, 3 points is 3 points, but I'm like you guys too. I haven't watched a full Arsenal match since the last PSG game. I haven't watched Everton. I didn't watch the Wolverhampton. We played Chelsea, I think, in there too somewhere. I watched
Brentford.
the bits and parts. Yeah, I didn't watch that. I watched bits and parts of the Liverpool game, which was actually pretty decent in the end. We got the 2 goals, but I'm with you guys. I'm checked out too, Jason, TJ. It's just one of those things where like, this game doesn't matter, but it should matter, I think, to the tune, because you guys pipping us for second and us going 0-4 against you is massive. Because I was just watching Aaron and Jez earlier on Aaron's show. Shout out Aaron. And
Big up Arsenal Talks, Aaron going.
Jez can't remember a time that one team has ever beat us 0-4 in one season.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like that's never happened. Yeah. As far as Jez, DJB can remember, they're
if
like
those two can't remember, that is a problem.
I can't. It's the 26 years I've been following Arsenal. I can't remember. There is not a team that's beaten us 4 times in one season.
The last time we got close to that was Man City beat us 3 times, but we played them 3 times.
Right. So here we are playing Newcastle 4 times.
4 times. Oh God, dude.
So the odds are for Steve-O, but I just don't think we're not going to, like bury our heads in the sand.
I don't think we will either.
It's at the Emirates, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. It is.
So we got the 12th man behind us, but I don't know, man. I'm gonna watch. What time is it?
You guys, I feel like you guys have fucked up a lot of games at home.
I thought it was. I think it's 8:30 your time, Dale.
8:30 my time. Yeah, I'll get up for that. But I'm done getting up at 4 a.m. 6:30 to watch.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I'll be back.
England.
No, fuck that. I'll be back in August. Real talk.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, no, but no, Steve-O, I think it'll be a good game. I think there'll be some lulls, of course, if we hold on the ball and you guys just go into like a slight low block. Like Odegaard's, of course, going to be Odegaard and not know what the fuck to do. When Saka's double teamed, he's going to dribble around the 18-yard box. He's going to dink it in. Your keeper's going to catch it. It's going to be the same routine shit that we've seen from Arsenal all season, right? But the thing is, you have fucking Alexander Isak, who with the ball,
and Murphy as well. Murphy
Saliba like a top, bro. And if you guys go up, it could be more than. If you guys go up, you guys get the first goal against us at home. I'm going beyond 1-1. It's going to be a 3-1 Newcastle win. If you guys score early, it's good. If we score early, you draw. If you score early, you win. That's how I feel about it.
We also had the least amount of drop. We had the least amount of drop points from losing positions in the Premier League. We've only dropped 7 points from winning.
Wow.
So we take the lead most of the time. We win.
Yeah.
Don C dropped that same stat on us. I think we've lost 30 points or around there, losing points from winning position.
Yeah.
Dude.
We've only dropped 7.
Didn't Aston Villa just come back? Who was the team that came back on us a few weeks ago? Was it Aston Villa? We were up 2-0 against somebody.
It was Brentford.
No, Bournemouth.
It was Bournemouth.
Bournemouth. Yep.
We were 2-0 up, and they came back 2-2.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
Bournemouth, and then they scored 2. Yeah.
Oh no, they beat us. Yeah, they beat us.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, and that's twice we've lost to Bournemouth this season. I was officially done with Arteta when we lost 2-0 to Bournemouth away this season. That was September, October.
Yeah.
I was done.
Yeah, I'm looking at the odds for this game. They are favoring Arsenal way too heavily. It's crazy.
Yeah, Newcastle's money line could be a sneaky bet.
Dude, no. Arsenal money. No, Newcastle money line is a good bet. Plus 270. Yeah. That is insane.
That means we got to score 3 goals.
No, money line is they just win. Let Newcastle just win.
Yeah, I don't do any betting. I don't know what any of that means.
I just think it's absolutely crazy that they're giving Arsenal that much respect. The bookies are giving Arsenal that much respect. Have you watched them?
You guys haven't won a game since Ipswich,
Yeah, and we weren't even that convincing against Ipswich.
We got
some questions in the chat, TJ.
Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I started one. Hold on.
Yeah,
question, Steve-O, is Jerry Jones buying Tottenham?
Fuck no. What?
Is that the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
No.
Did that come out?
Yeah, I think he's fucking around.
4 months ago. It wasn't just paper.
I think that'd be hilarious because the Cowboys are like It's more like the Jets are more aligned
Yeah,
with
but a
Spurs, but the
playoff
Cowboys are
is-
about there too.
Ever.
Well, the Buffalo Bills are
Oh, the-
screwed, bro.
No, the Arsenal are Buffalo Bills because
Oh,
we finished third. We
Oh,
finished second 3 years in a row. So did the Bills. Actually, the Bills did it 4 times.
Four
They'll probably
Super
do
Bowls.
it again next year.
4
At
Super
least the Bills
Bowls.
got to a final.
Yep. Does the club get more money for finishing second? What other questions were you seeing, Dal? Hold on.
Oh, just like Jamie had one in there.
I
Caleb had a question
mean,
about me watching the Guard of Honor. Hell no, I didn't watch that. Somebody asked about what signings. No,
yeah.
I
Oh
did
yeah.
not
Okay.
watch.
Okay. What three signings do you want? Do you think are 100% required, Steve-O?
For
MO
Arsenal,
Bose.
you need to get fucking.
Your club, Steve-O. Who are the 3 signings you want?
Oh, like I said, Chevalier. Right winger would be Mbomo.
Dude.
There's a link to that, right? Is he linked?
Yeah.
That's done.
And then for maybe. And then the 2 center backs, bro. Get me
He's
fucking
leaving Brentford.
2 center backs. I'd probably go and try and get let me think here. That's tough. There's so many that I like. Maybe someone like Coney de Winter at Genoa.
Yes.
And
The Winter, the Dutch center back. He's good.
Belgian. Yeah.
Belgian. Okay.
He's
Belgian.
class.
That's right.
He's fucking good, man.
Yeah,
I
the Winter's
him
a
lot.
beast.
And another center. Fuck it. A Branthwaite. Or
Yeah, for Everton.
Branthwaite's
or
good.
there's another one I was just thinking of. Oh my god. Yeah, Branthwaite,
Rudiger.
one of those. I take a Rudiger. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. No.
Oh, he would
ain't
fit our team to a T. By the way,
He would.
sure.
He would. He's so
volleyball. Yeah, that would be
He'd be
fun.
so fit. He's so physical. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's money. You have the money to get him. What 3 signings you want, TJ?
I've already said it. Gyökeres is a must. We have to get Gyökeres.
You know he's terrible in the air, right?
I know
Like,
that, but I'm hoping that he can be that last man poacher that can actually stay on sides and run the channels. Like that's really something that we need. Like one thing, and I'm not trying to avoid the question, but the one thing that Arsenal need to really focus on is having another lane outside of just spamming balls into the box, hoping somebody gets the head on it. Like I don't remember. We score from headers maybe 5% of the time. When we're spamming balls into the box like that, like I can count on my 2 hands how many times we've actually scored. Actually, probably one from just spamming fucking crosses into the box. I'm not talking about set pieces. I'm talking about from open play, just fucking spamming from the left and the right when Martinelli or Saka don't have any other option. So we need to approach it in a different way, in my opinion. We need to approach the game in a different way. I don't think you will either. That's the fucking problem. You are right.
If you guys get a new manager, then I would genuinely start to change how depending on who you get. Obviously, that's the problem, though.
Yeah,
that's the biggest problem.
Right. I mean, and I wanted, like I said it early in the show, and I mentioned Florian Wirtz, but I wanted Florian Wirtz. I really did. But we're not serious enough to go in for a player like that. Whereas Liverpool are going to go in and get a player like that. So it's one of those things where Man City and
Liverpool.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where we're like, why even bother? Because he's not the right profile of player. Okay, whatever. I'll just go fuck myself. And an unnamed center back. Like give me a center back.
This Winter guy that Steve was talking about is fucking class.
Yes. Yeah, and you know what? He's another guy that Juventus have let go recently.
Yeah.
Like Poison, like oh my god. There was another one that Juve let go recently. That's actually he's a young player. Oh my god. The Winter, Hoyson, and there's another one that they let go recently this summer. I'll think of it in a minute, but
so Hoyson going United? Or where is he going?
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid. Fuck yeah, you're right.
Have you been on Twitter?
Dude, I have been on Twitter, but I haven't been sleeping much either. So that's why I said United.
Actually, Konate's been linked to Madrid as well.
Konate, yeah.
Konate's been linked to Madrid as well.
Konate, well, if you're getting rid of Rudiger, Konate is the young better version on the other side of the ball.
They're probably not going to get rid of Rudiger. They'll partner him up with Rudiger.
Dude.
Yeah, they'll bench
By the way, Gahey was the Newcastle center back one. Gahey.
Okay, Gahey. All right, that's fair. Dal, who do you want?
Who do I want? I think we're going to get
three signings, and I know you're just going to say Lautaro Martinez.
You got it. Lautaro Martinez, my first one. Yeah, Lautaro Martinez, my first one. I was going to say him. I'm going to say Bruno Guimaraes, and I'm going to say Xavi Simons. I would take Xavi Simons over Odegaard.
You guys can do with a Boniface, over a.
I would take him too. I want
Boniface in the air is fucking.
Boniface is a fucking monster.
He actually fits the way you play.
But I would take Lautaro Martinez first, bro. He's low to the ground, 5'6", can fucking run like a bull. Has an eye for goals, been in fucking two Champions League finals now, World Cup winner. People used to tell me, he fluffs his lines too much. Motherfucker, he's the next Argentinian great striker. Let's be real. Let's be real about it. If Inter win this Champions League, which they stand a very damn good chance of,
I have them winning it.
His value is going to fly. If he scores a brace, bro, in the Champions League final, his value is going to be $300 million. I'm telling you. And he would be lethal in this squad with next to Saka. Are you kidding me? I would play those two in a 4-4-2. Saka and Martinez up front, goals galore. But yeah, I would even take Xavi Simons because that kid's a Dutch prodigy. He's been a prodigy since he was like 10, 11 years old. I remember seeing him in the fucking news, like ESPN FC, American news, about this young kid named Xavi Simons. He was all over social media, and this is him. And he's far better than Odegaard and just strength. And it's strength that we need. And that's why I would say Zubimendi over Odegaard, but I think they're about the same in stature, really. Xavi Simons just has this edge to him that Odegaard doesn't have.
He's an actual playmaker.
Right. And I also agree with my guy Acers. It's like the signings almost don't matter if Arteta's still the manager. Because he will coach the fucking talent out of them. My man Acers knows what's up. And that's the thing. We could sign fucking Mbappe, Rodrigo, bring the whole Madrid cast in, and we still wouldn't fucking finish above Liverpool or City. And it's true. No. It's absolutely true. I don't want to get on my soapbox here, but realistically, Arteta we know is going to stay. They're already talked, he's going to fulfill his contract. But yeah, give me Xavi Simons, Lautaro Martinez, and fucking Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah, Xavi Simons is going to cost mad money, but I agree with you, Dal. It's not like we don't have the money. Like that's the funny part. Yeah, sell Odegaard if you're worried about it.
Sorry to interrupt. Last season, he was linked to PSG, bro, for $90 million. $90 million linked to PSG, and they probably would have paid that shit too. But they don't need him now. You got a dip, Steve-O?
Yeah, in about 5. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I want to talk to Steve-O about something before. Well, first of all, I want to get. We already talked about predictions. So, Steve-O, do you have a draw? Or are you guys winning?
Draw 1-1.
Okay, I think we are all saying draw 1-1.
Yeah. We need 4 points. Will be more than enough. Even maybe just 3. If from our next 2 games, we have Everton at home on the last day.
We're gonna crush them.
Yeah.
Probably. But yeah, probably a draw, which I would say.
All right. I want to ask you, Steve, I've literally had a tab open looking at this, and I wanted to ask you this like all show.
Yeah.
Championship playoff. Sheffield United versus Sunderland.
Oh, fuck.
What
is that really it?
What do you want? What do you want? Who do you want?
What the fuck do you think I want?
No, I
don't want those fucking inbreds to get a fucking I don't want them to win the lottery. Never mind win a corner kick. Never mind win a game for a place in the Premier League. Are you fucking kidding me, mate?
Would imagine Sunderland come up against Newcastle their first time.
You know who you're talking to, bro. I
Bro.
don't want them to win the game. And guess what? They won't. They
Oh,
won't. They've been playoff bottle jobs for about a decade now.
that's true.
Dude,
They've been relegated to League One more recently than fucking they've been promoted. Sheffield United were like way fucking better than them the whole season. So I would, yes, I think they have enough to beat
for the streets, for
Nice
the Prem. I need Sunderland to win. I need
know
Sunderland to win because I
Bring
need to
back
see
that.
they're not number one. There aren't enough northern teams in the league anymore, and we need
Sheffield's a fucking northern team. Sheffield United is,
dude. We need
That's
Sunderland.
a Midland team, isn't it?
We need Sunderland. I don't give a fuck. We need Sunderland.
Black Cats.
We need that rivalry back.
We do.
We do.
We do.
And this is what, like, look,
I like that,
I knew I was gonna piss Steve-O off, which is why I asked the question, because I just can't wait. I can't wait.
He says,
Come on.
He says they're bottle jobs, though.
I don't know.
Bro, they're not gonna win that. So, but if they do, then cool. Then we'll beat them both times. Like,
dude, one of the saddest documentaries I've ever watched was Sunderland.
Who won Sunderland first time?
They don't got teeth there. They don't got jobs. They don't got fucking food.
My God,
these are your neighbors, bro. What are you talking about?
all they have is their freaking equally ghetto football club that's terrible that they like.
Isidore is a baller, bro. Come on now.
Yeah.
Isak versus Isidore. What is it, the fucking Harry Potter? Jesus. What state are you in right now, Steve? You have a couple beers after work?
New Hampshire.
Oh, I thought you meant like state you're in.
I'm fine.
What the hell is wrong with you, Dal? This just went completely off the rails. Holy shit!
No, it didn't.
Yeah, Sunderland. So to get your answer, TJ,
Great show.
They're not gonna beat Sheffield United in the playoff final.
Probably not.
Fine.
You guys realize that Sunderland are like the fucking Chelsea of the EFL Championship? They buy a bunch of fucking children. They're starting 11, 25-year-old goalkeeper, 23-year-old right back, 25-year-old fullback, 30-year-old center back, 23-year-old freaking left back, 28-year-old right winger, 23-year-old midfielder, 19-year-old midfielder, Joe Bellingham, who's so fucking good, even though he's not. Enzo
Joe Bellingham taking Sunderland to the Prem.
Chris Rigg, 17. Like, they're doing the Chelsea thing, bro. And Sheffield and I got a bunch of old, reliable men, so they'll probably just.
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
That's true.
Dude, yeah. I can't. I just don't want to see the same three come back up. Fucking Leeds and Burnley and Sheffield. We're going to have another freaking 23-24 where those three go back down again, and we're going to do it again. Dude, this pogoing shit, I'm so tired of it. Are you not tired?
What a hell of a league, man. What a hell of a league.
What a hell of a fucking FA, dude.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's so bad. I would like when Millwall was in it. Fuck, I was like, man, please bring Millwall up.
Yeah.
I was like, when Millwall was in the running.
I want Middlesbrough back up. I want Middlesbrough, Blackburn, and Bolton back up.
Yeah.
Sam Allardyce and Bolton was something else.
As long as it's not like West Brom and Norwich City, like I'm solid.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about
I'm so solid on them. But here's the thing: is like what I get really worried about is like the Southamptons of the world, Sheffields of the world. They're turning into the new pogo teams, and I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Burnley's going to be very close to being that for us. I think. I'm really, really looking forward to the way too early prediction shows that we're going to do once the season's over. I honestly just can't wait for the season to be over, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm done with this. I'm so done with this. We can start the heartbreak all over next season. But anyway, guys, that's the show. That is the show. Big up Steve-O for coming on. Steve, do you have anything coming up that you want to shout out, my guy?
Yeah, FA Cup. Fucking Crystal Palace, Man City watch along on the weekend. Fuck
Go Palace.
Come on, let's go, Palace.
Yeah, I'll be on the playback all weekend. That's what I got
All right.
going on. But yeah, big up.
Are you running NBA playoffs over there?
Probably.
Okay, yeah. I'll probably hop on for the Nuggets game 7. But yeah, big up Strasburg Steve. His link is in the title. He also runs the playback for Flawless over at Sarcasm City TV on the playback. So go over and check it out. Dal.
Yeah.
Great show, my guy.
Great show. Always fun with Steve-O when he joins us.
Yes, absolutely.
Always fun. Yeah. Shout out the chat too. Yeah, I think I'll probably, if it's 8:30 my time, I'll get up to watch this shit show of a game coming up this weekend. But I'm like you and like our pal Jason here and several other of you in the chat. I think we're all just sort of over this. Like, and to be honest, part of it was the FA Cup versus Man United. I think that was really a significant tipping point. But yeah, we go again. I hope we finish second. Maybe not. But at this point, who cares? But great show today, TJ. I hope you have a great weekend. You're taking the wife out tonight. I think you
too. Yeah, I'm taking the wife out tonight. But then she just texted me. She's like, "I got to work when I get home." I'm like, "Damn it!"
Oh, that sucks.
I was just like, I was just gonna plow you with wine and see what happened after that. But anyway,
that's a good strategy.
Hey, you got
Friday night.
Yeah, bro. The game is the game. Anyway, all right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. We will see you next time. We're gonna redirect you over to Arsenal. I always screw this up. Aaron Talks Arsenal. That's fucking hard to say. Go over there and say TJ Warren TV raid. Until next time. Here we go again.
You're not God. You don't have the answers. You don't have the answers, Connor. You don't have the answers. Let's just stay like you don't have the answers.